Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another weekend, another Sunday, another time together with LBB, my business show. It's a great time to be here. I always look forward to every Sunday just to say hi and get another insight from another businesswoman. It's always a great time to be here. Hello, Dolapo. Thank you for being here today. Just for those of us who will be joining us for the first time or may decide to want to watch watch the show again, this is LBB, Ladies Breaking Boundary, my business show. It's a show where we meet and speak to women in businesses. We travel through their times of challenge, through their successes, through everything they go through from the inception of their business till date. So it's always a beautiful insight. We have different women with different businesses that come up every day, every weekend to share their story. It's always been interesting. It's always been nice. It's always been insightful, and we're very grateful for these women who have come out to tell us their story or to share the story with us. So while we hold on to wait for some other people to join in, I will be having a very how am I going to put this in a different light? This is unlike every other line of business that we've been bringing forth. Her name is Dorcas Bilesanmi, and she's the CEO of Midney Sign with Joy. She is a sign language interpreter and coach. So you see, when I say it's a different line from what we've been having. So like I told you, this season 2 is enriched and impacted with a lot of women, so many streams and lines of businesses. So yes, a sign language interpreter and coach. She coaches people, an instructor in sign language. I don't even know I think I know how to do just love and maybe there's something sorry, I know sorry. So which is compared to, it's a good thing. So yeah, so while we wait for Mrs. Dorcas to come online to help us to explain and tell us her history and why sign language, because I'm not saying that it's not a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. Trying to bring encourage those who can't speak to marry the society without the people in the society who don't talk and those that do. I mean, it's a how do I put it? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting her. Thank you so much, Jojola Closet. It's really good to see you. I'm so happy. I'm always excited. Like, if you pour cold water on my body, it will sizzle because I'm so hot for this particular. Anyway, before Dorcas gets in, I'm going to just break down Dorcas's bio for you. I usually like them to tell us their bio themselves, but since she's not here now, I'm just going to go ahead with it. So Dorcas holds multiple certificates in rehabilitation from Federal College of Education in Oyo State. She has a foundation as well as philosophy and pedagogy of Montessori in early childhood education for 0 to 3 years. That's early childhood. So yeah, she provides special needs children with the appropriate amount of support, which is what I'm saying. So special needs children, and then bringing them as large into the society, it's always a good thing. So while we wait for Dorcas to join us, I don't know why she's not here yet, but I want to hope that she's going to be online soon. I'm just going to ask a few questions. How was your week? How did you experience it? Are you in support of the ongoing protests, which is what is trending now, the End SARS protests? Tell me how your week was, because mine, oh my God, on Tuesday, it takes me about at most 30 minutes to get to my house from the office. On Tuesday, why I heard that the protest was beginning again, I ran from the office, and it took me about 2 hours to get home from my office to the house. 2 whole hours. I was frustrated. And then my boss had to just tell us, you know what, work from home this week, and it's been wow. I mean, oh, Jojola, you're in support. Wow. Please, can you share your story? Have you been to any of the protest grounds? Did you go? I went to that of the Lekki toll gate on Thursday evening. It was good. I am actually in support of what they're doing, but really shutting down the whole, there are ways to do these things, but I don't know if it's just about me, or if it's just about the comfort or the stress, or what exactly it is that they are putting other individuals through just for them to be heard, to which I am all for it. I support it wholeheartedly, but it's affecting a whole lot of things. Jojola, Adeoya top. I don't know, where is everybody? For some reason, I'm kind of getting worried because I've not. Dorcas is not online yet, which is very unusual because we spoke a lot over this weekend, and we assured each other that we're going to be here, but I really don't know why she's not. So if what am I gonna say? I'm short of words. I don't know what to do anymore. Anyways, but let's talk. Let me hear your struggles during this protest. How has it been for you? Has it been, oh, thank God, finally, Sign with Joy by Dorcas. Thank you for joining in. We actually thought that you were going to sideline us, but let's drive with her and get this business started. While we wait for Dorcas to join in. Hello.
Oh,
At the end, I was going to finish my.
don't mind me. I'm really, really sorry. Please.
I was protesting at your house right now.
Ah,
What's going on?
don't mind me.
How you doing? Welcome.
I'm very good, thank you. I'm fine.
Oh, it's good to have you here. Thank you for joining. I was just telling viewers online and telling them that you're a very, very, how am I going to put it? A woman who is encompassing, or that what you are doing is really, really amazing. And I was trying to make a sign, but I don't even know how to do sign language. But I know that sorry, right? This is sorry, right?
Sorry.
Yay! You see? I should come for classes. Maybe that will be better for me. So, Dorcas,
Sorry, I'm trying to control my light. Sorry, so that it will be more clear.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No problem. But I like that it was clear enough. This is good. Yes, this is good.
It's getting darker somehow.
Oh, okay.
Let's move on. Don't mind the.
Anyway, so Dorcas, tell us, a sign language coach and interpreter. My first question is, why sign language?
All right. Well, the truth is, I at first I didn't have any mind of going into this. You know, like then I was much younger, and I always thought about being all this normal profession, being a doctor, lawyer, or something else and all that. But along the line, the truth is, God knows where everybody is going to be. Okay, I it was something came up, something happened to me while I was much younger, and it was my friend. Okay, he was deaf, and one time we just heard that he was hospitalized, and then the doctor tried to find out what was actually wrong with him, and we don't know what is happening. So he tried explaining as a deaf person, he was saying it in his own way, but communication was not going on, was not taking place. They didn't get to understand what was actually happening. Okay? Actually, it was a friend, one of the friends that used the elbow. They were in the course of fighting, used the elbow and then hit him on his back. That's like the spinal cord side. So the situation was kind of critical. They did series of tests trying to know what is wrong. But at last we found out what actually happened, but it was too late because it's like something has really, really affected him and nothing was done on time. And at last, we lost him. Yes, elbow, as in this elbow. In fact, we lost him. And it's really pained my heart because I felt that maybe if he had said something on time, maybe if the doctor understood what he was trying to say, he was trying to explain the whole thing, but even the parents, the mom does not understand sign language, just the normal broken sign, you know. It was really, really heart-touching. It took me a very long time before I could get over it because this guy were very, very close. In fact, sometimes they used to when we were here, they used to call us, is your Yoruba, they will say, Okoe, you know, it's like your husband. You know, when we were young, we were just so, you know how close we were. We were family friends though, but you know how close we were, and losing a very close friend just because of communication, because nobody could understand what he was saying, and we lost him. There was no one to really get it. When they got it, it was too late. It was really, really painful. And from that time was when I told myself that I'm going to try all my possible best. Whatever it's going to take, I'll make sure I get into this line. I'm going to learn it. And that was one of the reasons why I went into studying special education, and specifically rehabilitation education, in order to help those with hearing loss. That's how it all started.
How long ago did you lose your friend?
It's like can I say like 20 years ago or thereabouts. Yes, I was much younger then.
So as a 20
like,
that was
20 years ago. It's been a while.
So 20 years ago, that was when you decided this is what you wanted to do. I'm impressed. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing little by little.
Okay.
Very, yeah.
Oh wow. Anyway, so you went into school. You went in to read rehabilitation specifically, and then you came out. What next? What happened next for you?
You say I didn't get that?
So after school, what happened next? What was the next step you took?
Okay. I right from school, when I was in school. In fact, when I got into school, because of the interest I had in mind, my school is a special school, so you have different kind of people in my school. You have the deaf, the blind, those who are physically challenged, different kinds of people. So it's a fun school, as in you find anything you're looking for in my school. You know, so back then in school, I kind of decided I was going to learn sign language. Okay, there was a time I found myself in a campus fellowship, and then I saw somebody sitting interpreting, and the person was just signing, you know, like I'm sitting right now, and then I was now wondering. I was looking at the person. I was like, this person is not doing this thing, as in the way he's doing it, as if, you know, it's like you are telling somebody, let's say for example, you're in church now, you're telling somebody, hell is real, oh. this and that, and the way you are preaching, the way you are preaching, you are telling somebody that hell is real, and then you that you're telling somebody that hell is real, your facial expression is not saying anything. You're just like, if you don't repent, you go to hell. And your face is just static, you're nothing, as in, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was exactly. And then I was like, Jesus. I was looking at the lady, I was like, oh my God. I said, in my mind, I was like, God, if you can just help me. That even as a Christian, if I want to preach the gospel out to this set of people too, and I'll be able to do it, but I was like, God, just help me. Let me learn this thing first. And you know what? Before my first year, before the end of my first year, I started signing. As in, I started, I'm telling you, people were shocked that, like, when did you enter school? Which year you enter school? You can't sign. As in, I was already signing, as in signing, even interpreting. So let's say that by the time I was already in my year 2, I was already interpret messages, interpret and all that. So, because I didn't really have a teacher that taught me. Okay? But what I did was that I have some of my roommates. Can you hear me?
I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Back then I have some of my roommates that some of them are deaf. I have blind in my room too, and all that. So, and then being that I lived in the school hostel, so it was a great opportunity for me to learn. Okay, so what I do is that when I go out and I hear any big grammar like that, I'll just come back and I'll like ask the person. I want to say something. I'll just spell the thing to the person, knowing fully well I understood my ABC. I already learned that one as I got into school. So I'll just spell that what is the meaning. The person will tell me. And then again, maybe when somebody comes to ask for something, for example, I remember when somebody asked me for salt, and he was like, salt. And I said, so he spelled it. And I now spelled it salt. I can't remember whether I was the one that wanted to ask for salt or the person wanted to ask me for salt, but I remember something salt came up. Okay? And then I signed it, and the person now gave it back to me. I said, this is salt. Salt. So that thing just stick in my brain, So that's how I keep grabbing the language. It's like learning vocabularies. I keep learning, and then I'll practice it. I don't have a teacher. I didn't have anybody who I can say, this was the person that taught me. Nothing like that ever happened. So after then, I started signing in church, and then after school, signing in the campus fellowship. After that, even in the lecture room too, I will be there. I'll be signing. Some of them, when they know that you're good, you can sign. They will call you. When the interpreter is not around, they'll just look for somebody around that can sign. Then they will, I will do that. I will sign for them. So that was how everything just started. And after school, I found myself in a special school. Okay, before school, I got a job waiting for me even before I finished from school. Yes, I'm telling you, I can't forget that. Back then it was in Bagada. As in the school is around Bagada, and I stayed in Orile at that time. So Orile in Lagos. So I got the job. I'm like, wow, it's a kind of a mixed school. Okay, they do inclusion. We have the deaf there. We have those with special needs. And we have people taking care of that are in charge of all this. So they needed somebody who is an interpreter. Something funny happened. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something funny happened. I got to the interview. They wanted to interview me as a sign language interpreter. Till tomorrow, I remember that thing. I always laugh to myself. Funny enough, the person that interviewed me also finished from my school. And she's been working there for quite some time. So they're like, okay, come and interview the new person that will be assisting you on this job and all that. When I got there, she said I should count my numbers. So I started. So so she's like 1. No, she said do I know how to count my numbers in 1, 2, 3. But she not said this 3. I looked at her and I said, excuse me, this is not 3. This is 3. As in, you don't use the third finger. You use your thumb for the 3. So she said, oh, it's true. She now asked me some other question, and I discovered that, just don't even know how to sign. You know that later when I got into you know later when I got into when I got that job and they pay me really well. Do you know that I became the person's teacher?
That's
As in, till tomorrow, the person calls me Oga. You know, she's physically challenged, okay, but she understands sign. She finished from my school. She know me very well. Like, I know you, this and that. She finished before me, you know. So I'm like, oh my God. So you mean it's not just about going to a special school, you know. I allowed the school to go through me. I didn't want to just leave, aside from the fact that I had the mind of going in to learn sign language, okay, and also to read my course because I actually studied fine and applied arts. Okay, I studied fine and applied that, and I graduated as the only lady in my department among guys. So, but thank you. Thank you. So it was quite funny. In fact, the whole thing in my story about how I came into the line, I started signing and everything. Till tomorrow, I still tell God that I just received mercy. Learning sign language, becoming an interpreter, becoming a coach. So today, even those of my colleagues in the field, some of them still respect me. When they see, they're like, oh, our mother will say, please, I'm not your madam. We are all together. We are in it together, you know. So it's just the grace of God. It's the mercy of God that has helped me thus far. I don't know how I learned it so fast. Even myself, I was like, you mean it? But I think what actually helped me, aside from that, God helped me. I had the passion inside of me.
Yes, I was say that it was about and zeal, the driving force that was behind you.
That was
then when you lost your friend, that thing that kept you going is what made you sell exceedingly.
Kept me going. So now, that is what is that passion that kept me going. And anyway, I told God that anywhere I find myself, most places I've been to that I've gone to interpret, they don't even pay me money. Those people that see me on TV, that sees me on TV, because by God's grace, I interpret for Daddy Gio every first Sunday of the every first Sunday. Yeah. And if you don't see me on TV.
It's fine. When exactly do you
take one of the that I learned it from the internet and I shared it on my page. You know, it's just by the mercy of God. When I was transferred, I was invited to join the headquarters in Redeem. You know, I never knew that I would end up becoming someone that will be interpreting while the GO is preaching. And you will see me in the small box. I never knew. They never told me that anything like that will come up. But I went there, as in, it's not like maybe I'm being paid for like, you're in the headquarters, they pay you money. I'm not being paid, but I went in for service. I want to serve God, you know. But everything just came unfolding itself. Well, I thank God for everything. It's not me, but God Himself placed me where I am, and I'm happy doing what I do.
That's great. That's amazing. But I want to ask you, you being an interpreter and a coach, do you train people to actually to be able to sign? Do you train them?
Yes, I do train. Okay, and one of my train will be coming up soon. Okay, and I'm going to write that, and I'm very sure that so many people will have interest in learning sign language. Because the truth is, last month we did Deaf Awareness Month, and I was thinking, what can I do to, you know, as a remembrance for this year's Deaf Awareness sign language, what is it called? Sorry, you know, Deaf Awareness Month. I was like, what can I do? I said that I was going to teach people sign language. Okay. You know, those some people didn't really respond. They didn't know, you know, the whole time I was not there. So I did live show. For like 18 days, okay, to like teach people how to sign some words, how to sign some, you know, everyday signs. So I train people, okay, and I go out for contract me like come and sign for us a program, It can be party, wedding, ceremonies, events, church programs. Some people will have women program, and the interpreter they have in their church is a male.
Oh,
Is a male.
oh.
Invite, okay, come and help us interpret. They pay me. Interpret in events, anything, whatever, as long as deaf and involved, I interpret. And I also teach people how to sound. I coach, I train people. So one of my training will be coming up soon. So you hear about it.
Is being a sign language interpreter and coach, is it a lucrative job, or you're just doing it because you have the passion for it? You're not doing it to make money.
Oh, okay. I didn't get you when you first said, but I think I got what you said. I'm a teacher by profession.
Okay.
I'm a qualified teacher by
That's good.
profession, okay? So, and being in this field give me that opportunity to be able to explore and work with people with not just hearing impaired, not just those with hearing loss, but as well as different people living with disability. Okay, so it's give me room because in my class, sometimes I have children who have learning challenges, learning disabilities. Some are learners, some are autistic, some are different kind of. So being that I'm into that field, give me a kind of privilege. And most of them when I go out for jobs, they're like, when they see my CV, hey, you have this one, hey, you have this one. So like they want to get me in. So what times job look for me, I don't look for job. But right now I'm not teaching per se, as I'm not in a particular school teaching. I'm just doing my thing.
You're teaching but freelancing, not under any school.
I didn't get that.
You are teaching but freelance, not under a school.
Yes, not under a school. Yes.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Are you married? Do you have kids?
Yes, I'm married. Don't mind, I'm not even putting on my ring.
It's okay to understand.
I'm married with 2 children, a boy and a girl.
Oh, that's amazing.
The first one is 7. The first one is 7 years, and the second one is 1 year and 7 months.
Wow! What happened? Did you forget to give it? Oh, you were chasing your dreams, Abby. You know what? That's quite.
You're funny.
Oh, that's amazing. So I wanted to ask, how do you balance your work life? How do you do that of, like, if this period you have your sorry?
I didn't get that.
I said, how do you balance work life? How do you balance work life? Can you hear me?
Family and work, right?
Yes. How do you balance it?
Okay. Well, I'm not really working under somebody for now, and I have the chance to, wake up in the morning, prepare my children for school, and then I have my time to do other things. Okay. I also have children I take, on like a private coaching and all that. So I just do my thing. So, in fact, being into this line has given me the privilege to have time for my family. Okay, at least I have time for my children. I can wake up in the morning, prepare food for them, prepare them for school. And when they're back, they meet me, So it's kind of, initially when I was working, it was not easy because sometimes I have to leave off. Then when I was working at Ikoyi, I have to leave very early in the morning, start flying, so that I fly bike, bus, and all that. It's not really easy. It's not been easy coping with family and work and all that. So when I see that things are not really going well for me, it wasn't that easy. And I don't have a house help. Okay, so I do everything all by myself. So I decided to okay, let me just go fully into what I do. And then I think it's going to give me much time for my family. So that's what I did. In fact, my husband is in support. Like, I got a job recently, just last week, and like called me that I should come over. I only went for the interview. I know they are going to call me. So I had to tell them, sorry, I can't for now. I can't do it because I don't have time.
What's the plan for you now? Are you just freelancing for now till you balance everything? Are you still going to go back into the full-time teaching?
No, I don't intend going. Instead of that, I'm doing my own thing, as in it's something that is just my business, what I do. Okay, I don't intend going back into maybe going to a school to look for a job or something. No. I don't intend doing that. So what I do is train people, teach people, train children, and all that. So that's what I'm into now.
Then I see
freelance, that's my own business. That's all I do now. I'm not working for anyone.
If someone is looking to hire you as a teacher for early childhood between 0 and 3 years old, that's what you teach, right? So how does one get in touch with you? How does one speak to you about that?
I didn't get that.
How if someone is interested in hiring you as a teacher for their child or children, how do they get in touch with you?
Okay, how to get in touch with me? Right?
Yes.
Okay. The truth is, most of them have my handle.
Okay.
My Facebook handle and Instagram. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and then LinkedIn. So sometimes when I go out for outing like that, I give them my contacts. Okay, some people may do with my number, some is through my handle, maybe Instagram handle or Facebook or LinkedIn, and they get to they get my contacts. I signed with Joy by Dorcas. So on Instagram and just Dorcas Bilesanmi on LinkedIn. So and when I go out like that, sometimes connection to people who have they've been with me before or I've worked for before, they kind of give out my contact. Maybe somebody like I do trainings too, as in yes, referral. They refer me like, okay, I know a lady that she's good at doing this and that. And then it's not only I'm not just a sign language interpreter. I'm not because I'm also a teacher. So I do training. I train in nursing and writing. Yes.
Send this to you now. If I am interested in hiring you now for my child, for you to teach, okay, and I see your handle saying "sign with Joy," it's kind of my children are not special needs children. They are every normal kid. So why will I go to an Instagram handle that says "sign with Joy"? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. You see, very soon, it's because I've been very busy, kind of busy. I'm trying to create another social media platform, okay, for what I do, because I train. I train in nursing and writing. I train Jolly Phonics. Oh, so, wow. And being a Montessori teacher also gives me a kind of privilege to be able to handle all kinds of children in taking them for private lessons and most especially the special needs children. So,
your market. It sounds as if you are going to be expensive. You better not try me. What?
So I'm going to set up another social media platform, okay? Where it's going to be specifically for teaching, not just sign language now. Okay, I'm going to do that. I didn't want to rush things. I don't want to I'm jumping into this, jumping into that. Even recently, somebody was asking me, "Are you on YouTube? Are you on YouTube? Are you doing it on YouTube channel and all that?" A lot of people have been disturbing me, like, "Come on YouTube now. We want to see your videos and all that." I'm like, very soon I'm going to do that because, in fact, I'm planning on starting off probably next month.
Oh, that's
next
good.
month. I'm thinking of starting off sending in videos every day, teaching science. Okay, every day, even just a word or two, I'll be posting it on my page
Something
very soon.
now.
Okay, so that every day you learn one or two words, and if you follow me every day, you're going to learn a lot. There's a lot to learn, okay? And it's really interesting. I want people to know how to see. I'm not just a coach just because I want to coach people, come and pay me money, and then I'll train you. It's not just really about that. That's why, if you notice, I've not really done anything training recently or like that, like free money pay and all that. So because I believe that this language is something that everybody, like, I wish everybody
Could learn.
know how to at least have the basis, okay, the basic sign language, know it. Because you see these people, you know how it is when you are in a society, you can't communicate. You try to say something, you don't know how to relate with them in that particular environment. You know how it can be. It can be frustrating.
Yeah.
It needs to, that's how I feel for people who have hearing loss. And the painful part is, there's something that is really paining me, and by God helping me, I'm going to go fully into that again. Another part of it is our children. You see, in Nigeria, I'm sorry to say this, but here in Nigeria, we discover that sometimes when you go to the hospital to have your baby, okay? After having your baby, the normal procedure is that the pediatrician or whoever, or the doctor, needs to check your child, okay? Run some tests to know if the child has, in abroad, over there, in Western, they do the test before you go home. They will make sure they check that child and make sure that everything is done, so that if your child have hearing loss, you will know before you leave that hospital. Because as the child is growing up, language is very important. And when that child doesn't have access to the resource of language, it's going to affect that child in so many things. Okay? So because of the problem we have in Nigeria, not being able to, children just grow up with one problem.
I beg to differ.
Or like that.
So children, I was told to take them for an hearing test immediately.
Yes. Truth. Sometimes some parents their son and they have nonchalant attitude. Their children have hearing problem. You see that increase the TV. Let's hear. I can't hear very well. You call the child. The child cannot. You keep repeating words. You keep repeating, and the child is not getting it. You are teaching the child in the class, and you discover that this child is not. It's like he doesn't understand. It's like, what is your head? So is your head? Is that? It's like I'm going to break your head and put the book inside your head. Sometimes it may not be that the child is dumb. Okay? It may be that the child didn't understand what is being said, or he doesn't even understand. A lot of things can lead to that. Okay? So that's why God helping me, I'm going to go into more of children, things related to children. Okay, children who have hearing loss, and those who maybe probably maybe how they can go about it, those who are going to. So these are things I'm going to be working on as time goes on. It's a lot, so that has not been.
I pray it all goes well with you. Meanwhile, someone said you should please sign Ladies Breaking Boundary for us in sign
Lady. Okay, wait, watch me. Okay, this lady. Okay, can you see me? That's
okay.
Ladies Breaking Boundaries.
I love
ladies.
ABC to
like girl. This is a sign for girl. And when you want to sign lady, you sign girl and fine. Okay, as in your tongue on your chest. Okay, that is lady. Yes,
break
lady.
boundaries.
So breaking boundaries.
I
I have yes. Okay, this is boundary. That's like any, so you're breaking it. Break. Ladies breaking boundaries.
like so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your being.
It's an interesting language, though. Very, very, very interesting.
Yes, and thank you for opening our eyes to seeing the importance of sign language in our society today. It's something that most people neglect, but having people like you in the society is what we're always grateful for. That you open our eyes to see what is missing and how we can marry them together. So we really appreciate it. I'm sure so I'm sure every one of us here who is interested in your teaching abilities, one side of it will definitely send you a DM after this. But
I'll be very grateful. I'll be happy
I want to
to have more people.
as we are ending this call,
I didn't get you. I didn't get that.
I said I
You said
am
what?
number one. The people that will go into your DM, I'm number one. Wish I could sign it for you now so that you.
Oh, network is. I can't really hear you.
Oh,
I didn't really get that.
can you hear me now?
Okay, can go on.
Okay, I said that
Oh,
we'll be.
somebody said to say thank you. I am Ayalash. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh,
Yes, thank you. You can use one hand, you can use two hands. Thank you.
oh,
Thank you.
thank you, Dorcas. Thank you for
You're
coming.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for having me here. I'm so
Oh,
happy. And for those of you who would like to know me better, you can follow me at sign with joy underscore by Dorcas on Instagram. Sign with joy underscore by Dorcas. So
so
we can
thank.
get to know each other better through that.
We really appreciate.
Facebook, Dr. Babes, because that's my initial name. I also have Facebook Sign with Joy. So 2 pages.
That's very good, and I'm sure very soon you see people in your DMs sending you messages. But thank you so much for for joining us today. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Nice being.
All right. Bye, Dorcas.
Bye.
So you have to end take yourself off.
Okay.
Yes.
Where will I head from?
There's an end
Oh.
of the
I
okay.
don't
No,
know what to do.
no problem. Anyways, let me just end. Thank you everybody for joining us and meeting with Dorcas today. It was really an insightful day, and we appreciate her for being here. Well, you've heard her, you've seen it. She has spoken to us. Please let us not ignore the fact that we have special needs children and even people around us, and communication, they say, is very key. So if you can, it will be able to learn a or two about sign language, just because you don't want yourself in a situation whereby you would and send her a message. There is nothing that one cannot learn if you put your mind to it. That is it for this evening, and I really appreciate being here. We all know about the protest that is happening in the country. Let's stay safe and join in if we can. We need to let our voices be heard by the government. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. I appreciate you all. Until we meet again next time, next Sunday, with my co host, Ayalash, it's bye bye for now. So, thank you.